asleep in the lab. I woke up on a slab, so.
What's going on, guys? Pegasus from the Wise Guys. It's tech time. On tech time, guys, we like to come up with ideas or throw ideas that we've been using behind the scenes or seeing behind the scenes or on the big stage. And not so much the big stage right now, but more so online, on the online circuit with a lot of the remote duel stuff, some of the box tournaments I've seen. But I haven't seen this card anywhere. This is one that's a personal favorite of mine, basically because I used to play Spiral and I remembered how powerful the card is. And that card that I want to talk about is Sylvan Princess Sprite inside of Drytron. Drytron is the deck that I'm thinking about when talking about the card. Now, obviously, people have mentioned it over time, continuously saying, is this card good enough in this deck? And in the last format, I don't think at all that it was worth all that, because the deck was so bananas and it went so far without having to commit to anything, basically because 3 Benton is 3 Benton. However, my biggest reason for mentioning it now is the free plus that it gives. And with that being said, let's look directly into the card and I'll talk about it for a little bit. First and foremost, the card takes 2 level 1 monsters. The effect says you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is a spell or trap, add it to your hand. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard. You can send 1 other plant type monster from your hand or face up from your field to the grave and target 1 Sylvan. You guys don't need to worry about that because, you know, until Sylvans get some kind of new support, that won't matter. Although it was a prize card overseas, it wasn't here. It was just like a throw in one of the extra sets. I actually forget which one it is. The reason that I'm mentioning it in Drytron is because of the amount of freedom and the amount of plus that it can give you in the current game. So let's take Vendread, for example, and I will have a strong deck list coming. Basically what happened with Drytron is the Drytron shifted, basically shifting 2 monsters out of its deck, Ben 10, and a few other cards as well, and basically shifting in a ton more spells. And a lot of hand traps have also went by the wayside as well because we're not in the same type of hand trap format. Although they're still very, very, very powerful, it's not the same type of hand trap format where you have to play 9, 12, 15 hand traps, maybe even more than that going into your side deck. The Drytron deck specifically has added spells because you have to get to Ben 10, and with Ben 10 going down to 1, that means you have to add cards like Preparation of Rites into the deck. If you don't really like hand traps and you're more worried about Dragoon, then you probably had to add in talents or droplets based on how you play. If you're playing the Vendread version, you've had to add extra Fafnirs. You maybe added Chaos Space to search out the Vendread. You get where I'm going? Basically, there's more spells inside of your deck, so therefore I think it's a reasonable choice to maybe think about actually slipping this into your extra deck, for the simple fact that it can actually plus or dump a Drytron. Very rarely is it going to hit something that you absolutely needed and couldn't get to. You're probably going to search out the Manju beforehand. You can always summon out the Ritual inside of the deck. If I dump a Drytron, that's perfectly fine and good for me. And if I hit a spell, I'm going to add it to my hand. Again, guys, this is just my opinion. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take my word for it. It's just something that I've been trying out, and it's been testing pretty well. But that's just me. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's just how it is. If it sticks, it sticks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Anywho, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I am out. Make sure on March 24th you show up to our box tournament online on our Discord. The link will be down in the description box as well as down in the comments again. And I'll see you next time. I'm out. YG baby. Pegasus signing out.